Hi Libra, it is October 2nd. I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread for you guys. So this is where you are right now. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What's hindering you is the King of Swords. Your subconscious influences, Ace of Cups. In your recent past, you have King of Cups in reverse. Your goals and ideals, Five of Pentacles. In your near future, you have the Eight of Wands. Your approach to everything, the Fool in reverse. Your environment, Two of Cups. What you need to know is the Six of Swords and your outcome card. Okay, we're going to take both of them. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse and then the Four of Pentacles. So I wasn't watching when I was laying this out, so we're just going to shift that. Okay. Sorry. I want you guys to be able to see everything. So we'll just start where you are right now. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you could feel it. You could be feeling like a lack of abundance, a lack of stability, a lack of feeling nurtured by the people around you. This is the card for Taurus. Could be feeling like you're losing something, okay? What's hindering you is the King of Swords. So there could be someone in your life who, for some of you, this represents you, and you are hindering yourself, okay? Because the King of Swords for me is Libra. But some of you have someone in your life who is very, I want to say like a, how do I say it? What's the word? Someone in your life who's very dominant and very like they're too much sometimes for you. Okay, their energy is overwhelming. In your recent past, you have the King of Cups in reverse. So like I was saying, this is a lack of feeling like cared about is what I'm getting from this. A lack of feeling I know what I want to say, I'm just trying to find the words. A lack of emotional support from the people around you. Something could have happened that closed you off from the people that you care about. In your goals and ideals, you have the Five of Pentacles. And I feel like this is your ideal right now because, and this is a negative card, so like why would you want this? But I'm getting that you want to be left alone. You want to be left alone. So you could be feeling a lot of a little bit of depression, anxiety. You just want to be left alone. I feel like you've been pushed into a corner where you feel like you have to do this on your own, or you have to handle things on your own, and it's made you feel like, okay, I'll just do it by myself. Whatever, like, you know what I mean? In your near future, you have the Eight of Wands, so you do have a communication coming. So if you need to get anything off your chest, which I feel like you want to, you could not be ready yet, but this is in your future, so you will be able to speak what you want. You'll be able to say what you want to this person. So all of this energy is all about you preparing yourself to have this communication with somebody and say how you feel, and stop holding back. But you're holding back right now because you're not ready for that, but you will be. Okay, and then in your approach, you have the Fool in reverse. So you could, when you have this communication, you could kind of fall back into old ways, okay? You might fall back into you might approach the situation the way that you normally do instead of doing it differently or coming at it differently. But you have the power to change that, and I recommend that you get out of your comfort zone, okay? I don't even think I addressed the and your subconscious influences. You have the Ace of Cups. This is all emotional. Something happened that was emotionally triggering, like it triggered you. This is something that somebody that you really care about. I feel like it's a person, but this is somebody that you really, really care about, someone you really love, or it could even be a situation that you've just put so much effort into, so much time and energy, and you really mean well. I don't feel like this is coming from a negative place. I feel like you mean well. You could have said things you didn't mean, but overall you really do mean well, and you really care, okay? So this is your subconscious, and that's why you're feeling so withdrawn, because you could be just confused. You're like, I really care about this, and it's disheartening, you know? So you might approach it in an old way. You might go back to doing things the same way. You might go back excuse me, you might go back into the same situation. So what I mean by that is, when you have this communication, it's almost like you're just putting a band-aid over it. You're not really, that's a bad analogy, but putting a band-aid over something instead of really solving it, okay? You have the power to change that. Your environment, you have the Two of Cups. So this could be a soulmate connection, a friendship, and I feel like this has to do with your partner, okay? And I feel like you guys are friends, and because, you know, some people are in a relationship and they don't know how to be friends. They just know how to be in a relationship with each other. But I feel like you are both. This is like your best friend and your partner. Okay. That's your environment. What you need to know is the Six of Swords. You might need, this is telling me a few different things. Some of you need to walk away. Some of you, the other person does not mean well like you do, and you need to move on. Okay, the Six of Swords is about moving on from something that is emotionally, there's so much water energy here, but emotionally troubling. You're still dealing with it, you know, but moving on to better things. Some of you are meant to do that. Others of you are, ironically, I'm getting that you're meant to go back into the situation, but go back into the situation with a clear head, because what I'm seeing is that a lot of you are going to go back into the situation with see, this water is crazy, right? Like, you're going to go back into the situation without actually solving the core issues of the problem, because whatever happened, it stems from a deeper issue than what happened, if that makes sense. So you need to get to like the root of the problem, not just the surface stuff. Don't make it a temporary fix, make it a long-term fix, especially because a lot of you are the majority of you are going to stay in the situation. Even if you want to move on, you're not, you know, that's just what I'm seeing. Right, and then, so this is your outcome card, and I got two cards, the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Four of Pentacles. So the Ace of Swords is all about clarity, but it's in reverse. So you're not, like I said, you're not going to receive the clarity that you could, the way that you're going to solve the issue, the way that you're going to communicate. You're not really solving anything. You're not solving the bigger picture. You're just, and it's going to leave you feeling uncertain and give you a lack of clarity. But you have the power to change it, okay? And then you have the Four of Pentacles. This is about holding on, reminiscing, holding on. I feel like for a lot of you, this is talking about holding on to past ways. There's you're meant to let go of a certain way of being and a certain way of thinking and feeling, but you're not letting that go. And a lot of you could have held on to this energy for a long time, and it's scary to really, change. And this main issue, I feel like it comes from you. I feel like maybe whatever happened wasn't your fault. It was from the other person, but the root of the problem comes from your own deeper insecurities from something that happened to you a long, long time ago. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to leave this at that. You can follow me on Instagram and my website. I'll link everything below. Thank you so much for watching.